As everyone tries to get up that mountain, you know, you got the webs naturally hanging out in the POI that might help you be able to move a little bit. But on the opposite end, we see Teo and Pledge trying to get themselves out. They're buried down there, trying to get out of a bunch of builds and up into zone. Now on the other side, Nounsy and Spray, already 4 eliminations here, and they're in a really good position, especially with zone pulling in their favor.
With that, it's coming on down south as well. Still though, playing this this upper terrain, right? So it's going to be a little bit of a steep rotate regardless of what. Out comes Gold. Gold still manages to stay alive. Okay. It was looking like it was Raz for him earlier. He's barely got a slither of shield on top of his HP here, but he's holding in right now, earning himself to top 25. That's a little bit more placement, guys. Anyone who's up right now is definitely, you know, a little sigh of relief if you made it this far and you're a solo. Just kind of, you know, it's just hanging on to the little thread here. But hold up. Nosh goes for the edit. Out comes the big builds. And oh no, the edit unfortunately could not come in, and he was just trapped up and boxed up on some move there. Big pickup and refresher for them now. This is everything you need for an endgame.
Oh yeah, it's such a clean refresh too when you take no damage and just get the entirety of the loot. They're gonna hit the pad. They have to go from one side to the other. We see people choosing to make their own bridge, but Nosh and Goofy Goober are gonna say thank you. We'll just jump on yours. Nosh does fall a little bit, but he'll crank back up, get to his teammate. As the entire lobby starts to look to make these rotations, we're going into open space, then up a giant mountain.
I was gonna say, honestly, arguably an even better position to have that floor lockout right there. That's gonna make players have to go around them, maybe even open up some elim opportunities for them. Avery, though, has to be careful. As the lobby gets later and later here, it does become more and more difficult to stick those builds. Got to be a bit more patient, but he knows that better than anyone as the vet that he is. Muzz and Avery now, kings of the high ground here. They're sitting very high up. Not a lot of strong material. Really, the foundation held on by wood, so not too much to work with there. Clarity G on the other side looking for their first big set of eliminations here. They do and will need a refresher here shortly as they're starting to run out of material.
And the zone's going down, so this is favorable for a high ground because it's going into wide open space. If you have the material, if you have the ammo, it's going to be a great position. But oh no, look what's going on. Sprite and Nounsy are going for it. And it looks like Avery and Muzz aren't even going to be able to contest that. That high ground is now given up.
Yeah, very easy high ground take. We knew it was going to be pretty simple because they were running out of material. And now you're watching it all unfold here for Nounsy and Sprite. This is the perfect spot to be in. A victory royale is all they have been fighting for these last couple days here. Off the contested drop, bit of a struggle in the uphill battle for them, but this is what happens when they can make it to the end game here. And it's still a long game in front of them for Clarity G, though. He gets shut down here, and it's not looking like it's Slacks and Clarity's round to walk away with just yet. But hey, 3 eliminations is nothing to overlook at as they now sneak into the lair. Oh no, he reveals himself. Back into the zone he goes. It's the best play he could have done for the situation here. And he finds someone in the storm. Stolen on that one. Oh no. And then just clapped out inside the box here, but it's Nounsy and Sprite who are controlling the height.
He just ran a circle around those guys, and now we see Nosh, who's picked up a number of elims, trying to navigate through. He's running very low on build, so he has to get back to Goofy Goober. He goes down, and it's going to be the end of Nosh without a crazy play, and he goes. Now it's up to Goofy Goober. What can he do? 5 builds and a dream.
Man, we just keep seeing Beef and Nick play this outskirt here, being the kings of the low ground and playing the Lake Storm, and it's just catching players off guard round after round here. But hold up, someone slips inside the box. Who is this? It's the last place Curse who gets shut down there, and just like that, also wrapped up and out of the competition. This is now basically served up on a plate here for Sprite and Nounsy. They're coming down to feast here. It's time to go ahead and wrap up these eliminations, get this victory royale here. Beef is going for it. He's putting everything on the table, looking at, you know, focus in and pull his best Peter Bot impression, but it's not going to be good enough as he gets put down into the low ground here. And the reset, just better for Nounsy and Sprite now.
Yeah, all those materials and refreshers were able to get them to that point, but quickly turned away. And now it is up to a final 2v2v2. Rarely do we see this. Beef and Nick trying to get into any position to make a play. Down he goes. Nick's got no hope. And it's a final 2v2.
Great little flick there, though. So now it's a 2v1 situation. Sprite may have jumped the gun just a little bit here, and Nounsy has to clutch up. This is one of the most difficult tasks you can ask for from anyone. No build, toe-to-toe. That's one. Finds a second. Oh my gosh, we have back-to-back. And he just gets to sit on it, pop the heal as well. This is the best case scenario for him now. I mean, with the mythic hands too, this is it. He can definitely steal away some placement right here. All he has to do is break out, have a little opportunity, get into an open field, but he's at max material as well, so there's just everything going for him at this point. He's going to elevate himself up, get up to the high ground. Other players flying around too. This is Fortnite for you. This is the new season if you've ever seen it. It's high action, it's high octane, and all of a sudden now Rokane is in this game, up and out of harm's way on high ground. Zuck once again up top here, trying to play a big game here. They're currently sitting inside 4th place. This game already amounting up to 6 points for them, and they're looking to make a little more. Storm Surge is active. They're not too comfortable here. A few tags from them is going to be the difference that allows them to alleviate this pressure coming in shortly, but Rokane, man, still alive here, still fighting for this one.
Yeah, these are the plays that get you into the finals. You gotta do something special to separate yourself, and we saw a few players go down there. We're down to 30, and that's quick. We were just above the 50 mark. Lots of players fell on that rotate. Rokane's doing the most. High ground's being fought for. It's Viola and Knifer. They went for it all day yesterday. They're going for it again today, and they've claimed high ground at least for the moment, but they're on the backside. They're exposed, and it looks like Reciprocal and 20 know that. They're gonna do a front side high ground take, and it looks like it's successful if Violet cannot get forward. But I guess Reciprocal and 20 don't want height. They're just going to take some shots and let it be.
Yeah, and Knifer slipped off the high ground there too, so pretty unfortunate for him. Now he's down in this low ground. He's going to have to make his way back up. Didn't seem like he had a lot of builds to work with either. Clarity G, decision. Enemy of 2 in front of him, and he goes for the play, but no, has to back out. Big shot right there, but not big enough to go ahead and shut down Dusky on the backside of the zone here. Dusky living off the siphon now. That's another big set of placement points for him. Nosh is still up alongside Goofy here, trying to make his way in. Opening edits here, scrambling, lost in the sauce for a second there, but okay, finds his bearings here. Back onto the track he goes. They have an elim. They're fighting their way to top 10 here. It's just looking better and better on high ground. Jackson getting a little bit of pressure onto Knifer there. Dubs is gonna fall, and right here, oh no, just outside the top 10 too. That was big placement they could have needed here. Look at this.
Now they're going to push into somebody else's builds, but Zone actually pulls in their favor. They can stay on this side and rotate around all those builds, but no, they get caught up. Now Jackson and Fabled Taco have taken the high ground. They're on height looking to claim it. Nick stayed alive to a top 10, but Teo and Pledge now making a play for the high ground. It is chaos up above, and everyone wants a piece.
Yeah, definitely, and Jackson is going to have to give it up. He comes all the way down here, now inside the top 7. Still has some big movement to work off of, and it's going to be enough to at least keep him in the game. Buy him another day, buy him another moment here, but no more mats. He needs a big shot. He finds a big shot, and he is showing that he has got what it takes to clutch up here. Is today going to be the day of solo clutches? We will see. Can he keep up the work? It's going to be a little bit harder, but that med miss him in the ground. They don't even see him on this backside here. More enemies inside the storm. This could be free siphon if he plays into it. Instead, he waits for the zone to try to bounce back. It's not going to come back. He takes the passive route. This is the last tick here. 2 more left. He tries to swing his way in, and it's close, but no cigar, unfortunately, as he gets taken out there. And now, Pledge and Teo, 7 elims, high ground, top 3 situation here, and a solo in the mix. All they have to do is win this 2-on-2.
Pledge is back in his element. He strives and thrives in these end games, and he's been cleaning up everybody. Now it's actually a 2v1. Mamtating's all by himself. He's got little mats and trying to get through these old builds. He's taking storm damage, and it almost looks like things are on fire. So Teo and Pledge, they should know in a second. Yes, now it's a 2v1. Just spray on down. This game's all over.
And just a couple builds as well. They're just going to continue to shred and rip on through. Mama Ting's going to eventually run out of resources here. That's probably the play that they're looking to set up here. And Pledge just playing it nice and smart here, taking his time, possibly lining up the next win condition here, as they do have the med kit. But no, he goes all the way in. He looks for the right camera peek. They find him lurking, sleeping his way through the low ground here. And man, he's just like a fish out of water at this point. All they got to do is come through, find that one tag, and there it is. Lost in the sauce, mixed up between the two. The pinch was good.
Now, just making a little rotate, back, checking out what's going on. They're in a good spot. Tahi's picking up another elimination there. Looks like Lava Boy and Shark Girl are going to go down, but Tahi's going to pay for that by getting knocked himself. And Edgy and Tahi are just both eliminated. They're gone.
To the hands of Chucky and Glace there. They had everything. We just talked about that win condition, but now it exchanges hands into Glace and Chucky. That's a big for them, especially since they've been actually on fire this round already. Chucky and Glace knocking out a couple other big competitors too just a bit ago. So things are heating up. Keep them in mind as another team enters into the fray. These win conditions are the ones you really have to look out for. That is what matters right now. Knifer and Byla still in play. Nosh and Goofy here looking to size things up. Fable, Taco, and Jackson aiming for the height here. They're in 6th place so far. I'm feeling like they're getting their confidence rolling here as we still have Agers and Rise finally in an endgame. We have not seen them make it this far yet today.
Looking healthy too. This is the best position they've been in thus far. I mean, we've seen them take these high ground positions in 7th, 8th zone and try and go for the win. Right now, it's going to be 20 and Reciprocal trying to play for it. Knifer and Byla looking to play a little bit different of a position this game. They're going for that low ground, not wanting to go and jump on high. Brocane, Joji picking up a couple of elims there. Byla and Knifer trying to get that double piece, get these guys off their bottom layer, and they've now been cut off. Gonna have to rotate in a different position, wait to see where zone goes. We got a couple of seconds here, Monster, and see till we see where the rotate's coming from.
I'm loving this slow play that we're watching right now. A lot of teams recognize, like, hey, listen, I don't actually have to play for height just yet. There's a lot of teams in motion right now. Let's just go ahead and, wait it out. Bide our time, and look at this. Nosh is gonna find themselves a nice pickup right there alongside Goofy. Goofy, there goes the full finish as well. Couldn't pick up the loot, so out comes the rotate instead. 4 elims for them. The builds get broken that they were gonna connect to. And all of a sudden, high ground 20 way up top with Reciprocal, and they're doing that good old-fashioned wide split there. And look at how they have so much commanding presence over the rest of the lobby here. You know, the world is in their fingertips at this point, and Nosh tries to make his way on up. Hold up. Goofy and Nosh actually almost attempted a high ground retake there. They called back on the play. Down at the bottom, though, Rise and Agers, they're leading the rotate.
They're still up with 4 eliminations. They're going to need to start looking for refreshes as those materials dwindle. Reciprocal and 20 doing a great job of just holding height, but now is the time where it starts going crazy and everyone starts trying to grab that position. If Rise and Agers can just play this low ground, it looks like they found some of their old builds. They've stumbled into an old base of theirs, and that is beautiful. That is what you want to see, but Knifer and Byla also trying to play that position. Nosh grabbing an elim, but not without losing Goofy. He goes down. Ultimately, it's going to be up to him, but he's going for the revive.
This is a good pickup. He's going to have enough time to go out and do it, but the zone's pulling straight north, so he is going to have to get him up quick and then get a move on it. Reciprocal and 20 could be running out of material, guys. Do not count them for a free victory royale. They're still going to have to fight their way and battle it out. Right now, the fact that they're not even shooting down on Nosh means that they're not paying as much attention here. They have to be very careful. Nosh looking up here. He's thinking about it. High ground looking a little bit weak on some wood builds, too. What are they going to do with this? They don't have the mats, though. Down they go. And they're just starting to run out. No, Goofy goes down. That's a 2-man team on the other side of the wall here. Nosh realizes it. Out to the side he goes. Top 10 for him. Not bad. He's still in this.
Just diving into Storm, trying to play backside. Don't look at me, guys. I'm not here. He gets an elim. That's big. That's some more points, and 110 should be putting them easily in that qual range with the next couple of games, but that's not it right now. He's cleaning that one up. He's grabbing another elim. He has the Spider-Man's monster.
This is it. He's going to swing his way around. Oh, he thought about it, but no, he's going to go onto the low ground here, playing it out, taking his time. Oh, man, he gets cracked, though, so he loses a lot of HP. 20 in Reciprocal might not have any builds left either, though. So this high ground, this is just coming down to the wire here. 7 points already. Can Nosh continue to clutch up here?
Now we see he's looking for another elim to keep this game going. He's done enough. Every time he seems to run out of everything.
On height?
Elim comes. Oh, look at it. It's Rise and Agers. They've taken it. They've played low ground the whole game and now find it. Another one for Nosh.
He's still going. He's still finding one. He found one. Can he get the second one right here? Oh, no. The peanut butter peak was just a little bit better. And down goes Nosh. But Rise and Agers, after a struggle of a weekend here, they might just have enough to pull through. But there's no builds on Rise. This is the worst kind of position you want to be in right here. Only 2 mats onto Agers' inventory here. They're going to have to jump down. They're going to have to take this fight. And there are still fresh duos alive in this lobby. No, actually, 2 solos. Okay, 2 solos and a duo.
Yeah, and the duo is Byla and Knifer. They've changed their game plan. They're on the low ground. 20 popped off. He has 7 elims. He's going to get another one. Let's call it 8. He's rotating through. He's able to get that refresh. He has the Spider-Man. He's stuck in the middle between these 2 monsters. He's trying to make a play on low. This helps the high ground team. And now the final 2v2.
This is it. No builds either. Aegis cranks on up. Rise loses HP. Down he goes. Aegis has to clutch up. He was in this situation last time. He finds a beautiful knock right there. Wants to finish. It's only a 43. The clock is ticking. Down goes the full finish there. Here comes the Siphon. 70 HP. He has a small lead, but he does not know that. That was the last material. He's going to take it all the way here. Here comes the fight. There's a launch pad. This is so unfortunate. He cannot jump in that box, so he knows he's going to go to the other side.
Where do you think zone's going, Monster?
I mean, the odds are so slim at this point. I think it's going south.
Uh-oh.
Look at this. What a shot. What a beautiful shot. Couple fishing positions there too.
Yeah. Everyone's hanging out. They're finding their positions. Does lose Owl there. SMG posed. So Owl posed, cracked. Those guys been fighting off spawn this whole time. But hold on. We got another one.
Charlie and Spegu on the other side of the wall here. Zone pulls west now. Joji and Rokane have not stopped fighting since the moment they entered into the zone 4. They've been battling it out, looking for refreshers and everything in between. Byla and Knifer have the longest rotate in the lobby right now. They have the most difficult task to make here. You have to cross over this wave of players that separate, that are housed up in between them and the new storm, the new safety. It's moving now.
Slacks and Clarity now just trying to hold this high ground. Gonna do a nice cheap rotate here. Spending almost no mats. They're gonna dive back though, hit this launch pad. Yeah, saving some materials that helps you. You get to still hold that high ground because nobody's taking it yet. Slacks goes back, reinforces the high ground. They're playing it once again. We haven't seen these two on height thus far, Monster.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. For a second there, I thought, I'm like, Clarity, wait, why? Why would you use your pad now? It's too late, but that was a recycle there, so well played for them. Nick and Beef still up right now, too. They're starting to run low. See if they start approaching this red light here. Will they be able to gas through? We'll find out shortly. Shiesty on the low ground there, sliding his way across. Byla left as a solo now. Lost knife for 52 damage above the threshold of the Storm Surge, but that's the least of his concerns, as now he has to try to just stay alive here, make this endgame. Joji makes a wrong turn there into the zone. He goes, and it's going to cost him a lot.
Oh man, Byla was able to find a rift. They were left over from the early game. No one took those, and he's just going to use that for a nice free rotate. Clarity and Slacks really good up top, but some shots starting to come through for them.
They're hyper-focused on what's happening down low. They haven't even looked up once. They do. I mean, you hear the MK7s, it'll just be shred time out there. Just look at this wide shot here, giving us a great example of how many players are still left up. Qual now making his way up to this next layer here. Little bit of pressure up for Clarity G and Slacks, and it's not free for them by any means. You can see how many teams are starting to look up and put some shots up there. Muzz is going to fall here. Almost makes a big end game. There goes Rokane in the feed, just outside the top 15, just inside the top 15.
These two looking really good as far as heals go, but those materials are dwindling. They definitely don't have enough to sustain this high ground position. We see Byla somehow still up. Oh my goodness. We talk about solo clutches. He may not have the elims, but he has the placements and the rotates. And as we say that someone's getting in, he holds it off for another second, but just too many players in that area. The contest is coming for high ground right now.
Nexy's going up right now as well. Slacks just lets his guard down here and loses the high ground. Clarity G and Slacks now, what should have been a victory royale, ends up with no materials and a new team up above. Wrigley is going to be by himself as well, only 8 builds. That's a quick block there as the team almost swung their way up and around, and looks like they are going to find a success. It's the box. Wrigley goes, great tag there to toss to Clarity G. Down to low ground, there goes the finish. That's a 3-point swing. Chug splash almost enough, but no, Slacks was not going to let him get away with that. It's Moo on height. We already saw Moo's reaction to his last little elim there. He was very, very happy. If we get to see this win moment, it could be everything for the kid as he punches his way to finals, but there is still a tall task in front of them. They have to fight their way through. Magnolia and Qual on the low ground. Slacks here, who is completely positioned up to do some big plays here. He's got the momentum in his sails. Can he do it? Nope. That's a big shot there. 34 HP left. He gets hunted down to the hands of another player, and Qual is also going to get taken out. Uh-oh. This is not looking good for everyone else, but it's looking great for Height.
Yeah, Goofy Goober here cleans this up. They have so many points. If he wins this, that's another spot open. He's going for another Elam right in the face there of Vert. Vert holding the wall, trades the tags. Nope. He wins that one. Moo, and then they fall down. Moo and Wanted fall. It's Princess and Ant all the way up. It's a 1v2.
I cannot believe that just happened. It's up to Vert by himself in a 1v2 situation. He does not have any more mats. Vert has to jump down. How in the world did Moo manage to fall there? Princess Wolf and AMT have been struggling at their draw spot day in and day out. Today, though, it just seems like things started to piece together over here. Mind you, we were just talking about how much of a struggle it was for them. They land over at the covert castle, right? They have to cross all the way through.
And now still just putting all this pressure on, but they have no mats. This is just a no mat battle. They trade a little bit. Vert goes down, and it's Princess Wolf and AMT taking it.
4 chug splashes, almost out of complete material here. And ammunition. There goes the split. Okay, so at least he has some SMG to work with. NQs might have dropped a little too much there, though. Hopefully the split's gonna come out afterwards. Oh no, he's just got double AR. What am I talking about?
Yeah, he doesn't need that SMG ammo. We do see both 6 and 7, as bad as it looked at the time, somehow narrowly escape that storm surge. And now live to fight another zone, but we do see zone pulling in their favor. Creo and Vert right on this wall, though. They know these guys are in these boxes. Gonna give it up after one quick little wall take attempt. Enkus and AV now make their rotate.
Here it is on high ground, though. Rokaine makes his way all the way across here. Has to be very careful. There's a zip line in play. That will destroy and bulldoze players right through your box. There goes the max cap off here. They want to have that high HP I was just talking about, and players are taking a zip line into the box. They go. Joji gets chunked in the meantime. Jackson still alive right now. Barely alive. 144 damage. Separates him from the safety. 10 players have to go down. There's an enemy in the box. He's gonna need it, but no, he gets taken out. And now 6th place could be up for grabs here. Rokaine and Joji have a true opportunity now to go ahead and snipe that position, make their way to finals, not have to show up for a Sunday.
They're they're behind on the storm, though. They're on the backside, able to make it in zone with only a few mats remaining. So if zone pulls far, they're going to be in a poor spot, but it looks like it's going right towards Chonkers. They're going to be able to get this and just use some old builds. The refresh is necessary to extend, though. 8th place is not good enough. We see Dusky up above. They're trying to play for the win. It doesn't matter for them up at 11th. They want the dub or they're going home. And then so many players in this mid ground. They're only playing on about 4 or 5 layers here, Monster.
This is it. You have to get the Victory Royale or you are getting yourself sent back to the lobby and queued up for tomorrow, Sunday, for 6 full games. Teams that we know have made it probably all the way through here. Yep, I saw Beef and Nick. They made another end game. I saw Bila and Knifer there. They're comfortable. 20 down in the low ground in 5th place, so has to be careful. They're probably going to need a little bit more, and he's going down right now to the storm there. He just barely makes it in with a slither of HP. On your screen, though, Joji and Rokaine still fighting their way through. 108 points. Slacks and Clarity trying to do their best as well. Avery falls in the backside of zone. His chances are up. That's Raps now. Dusky here on high ground. Can he get this Victory Royale? Was there still a chance for them to make it all the way in? They have 30 builds here onto user. That's not bad by any means, but that's still not the perfect spot to be in.
And we do see Goofy Goober still up, so he's stealing points away, which actually does help some of the lower teams make it up there. We did see 6 fall, so there is opportunity. Clarity and Slacks, one of those teams jumping in, have very few builds. Down goes Slacks. It's all up to Clarity. Can you clutch up and make a play here? He finds another duo. That's not the door to knock on. He walks away. He finds himself alive still, and there's the truck play with the rotate. No, what a play. He gets a knock, but he needs to get in storm.
This is huge right now. Clarity just made a ridiculous play with the truck here, and now he's fighting for the siphon. That's 3 points. 3 points that he's going to need here. Another solo behind the wall as well. These Freshwood builds are definitely the sight that he is looking for here. He wants to go right through this. He's looking for that knock. He does not find it. The player's to his side here. He didn't realize he jumped right across, and no, he goes down. It's to the hands of Joji. Joji was still alive there. Joji is still fighting for this from 8th place on up to top 5 now. Joji is still Doe clawing his way into this competition on high ground. Everything is breaking loose. Glace and Chucky are up here. Solo Dolo. Actually, there is no Glace. It's just Chucky. He's on high ground. He wants to win this. And it's looking like a near solo competition here. There are only one duo remaining here. There is only one duo.
And the one duo is going to go down soon. But Goofy Goober goes down. Joji has seemed to do enough, but now everyone else is still trying to make their plays. If he can win this opens another slot. Reciprocal down on the low ground. Big shots there by Joji. Now he's going to have to jump in. No, stopped with the wall. Big shots coming through once again. He gets the elim. There it is. Joji cleaning it up. Let's call it 5 for him. Now Baka up on the high ground, smacked. Jeff going in the mid-game ground. Head-to-head monster.
It's all solos right now. Joji here playing this low ground right now. He's just got a couple of builds to work with on high ground. Is still Chucky looking on in. Casker lurking on the layer in between that. He's starting to fire his way on down. Knock, knock. Here he comes. He slips on up the build. Jeff goes down, smacks over. Low ground peak here. 59-31 tag. Low ground again. Joji only has 25 HP, 74 tag. He might have just did enough for Jeff to actually steal this way away. It's all going to come down to this last shot right here. Striker shotgun is not going to be enough. The low ground shots from Jeff managed to clutch it out in that end game.
Princess Wolf and AMT in game 4, and then we have Jeff and Play going through in game 5. GG to all the 5 teams getting the victory royale today, but we're all biting at the bit to find out exactly which teams are going through the top 6 positions. And there we have it, Sundown, Nosh and Goober remain on top, but things have shuffled in the pack.